Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us.
Oh.
Happy birthday, dear Knight's Quest. Happy birthday to us.
Oh,
We're 5 years old,
for
guys.
me, a surprise party? Oh, you shouldn't have.
Well, we did, and it's also
it.
not for you. It's for all three of us.
Oh, okay.
In this podcast,
excellent,
our
excellent
baby.
use of yes and there. Let's try again.
That was a
Never
don't
mind.
be rude, Jamie.
Fair
and try to
point.
steal our birthday party and make it your birthday party.
I love stealing birthday parties and making them my own. I have amassed hundreds of birthday parties, and I will only become stronger.
There's only a few days left. That rare February 29th. Ooh. That's a rare collectible birthday.
Oh, gotcha. That's why it's worth more than the others, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that
Limited
birthday belongs
edition.
to multiple people.
No, welcome.
Unlike regular birthdays,
true.
which no one is ever born on the same day. There's not enough days.
No. I think you could say out of all the days of the year,
Yep.
February 29th has less people born on that day than other days of the year.
I'm not going to fact check that, so it has to be right.
Because it happens less often than other days of the year, Jake.
I'm not going to fact check that, but I'm just going to assume it's right.
Okay, we're just... Welcome to the Patreon episode, everyone.
The idea, I just had the image in my head of Nathan, me, and you doing an episode, and like, instead of having Jake with us, we just have a recording of him saying that line and just hitting it whenever we need it.
Like this?
I'm not going to fact check that.
Hey, let me
This
hit it
episode
again.
is going to be.
Oh, whoops, wrong button. Sorry. No, let me hit the first one again.
I'm not going to fact check that, but I assume it's right.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, sorry, there's a little delay in that one coming through.
Yeah.
No, welcome everyone. We're here to celebrate 5 years of Knight's Quest, which is a long time. I think that's worth pointing out. That's a long time. And so to celebrate that, we're going to go back to our roots. You know, it's been 5 years since we launched the first podcast, Knight's Quest Song of the Hero. And so we're going to do a little epilogue episode for Song of the Hero. For those of you who are fans of that show, you know we teased at the end of the epilogue episode that we would return and answer some unanswered questions. And that's what this is. We're attempting to answer one of those questions. Now, if you have not listened to Song of the Hero, if you're a fan of Rage of the Sea, I recommend stopping and listening to all of that first. Otherwise, this will not make
tall order, my friend.
Yeah, this will not make any sense. And I guess will also be spoilers for that too. But you can do whatever you want. You have free will, so you could listen to this if you did pay for it. So
You have free will, which is actually a surprisingly dicey topic in Song of the Hero. Yeah,
it is. So okay, I'm just going to assume from this moment on.
But I assume it's correct.
So I'm just going to assume from this point on that everyone who's here is wanting to be here and is prepared to be here and is okay with whatever spoilers and content abound.
boy, I hope nobody has like super recently joined our Patreon. Like, oh boy, I can't wait to see what fun new adventures they get up to. And the first one they listen to is like, oh, I need to go do homework on this one.
Welcome to Knight's Quest Patreon episodes. There's usually homework. Yeah. I had to do homework for this episode. So you do too, to enjoy it. Because we take this seriously. We put in the effort, as in skimming through an episode really fast and listening to like parts of it.
Maximum effort.
Did you guys do any of the homework, or was it just me?
I did not.
I re-listened to the last episode with Azajax and Bartuk, where they did stuff.
Nice.
Yes, because that's what this epilogue episode is about. It's Bartuk and Azajax and Trouble and Abiil. So we're going to actually answer, I guess it is two questions. We're answering two questions. What happened to Bartuk and Azajax, and what happened to Trouble and Abiil? So let me set you all up timeline-wise so we all know where we're going to drop in, and then we're just going to drop in, and we don't know what we're going to do, and we're going to figure that out together. So this is going to take place after all the crazy stuff with Mirjik. Abiil and Trouble have made it back to the gate, and they were on their way to go visit the village of A, where, you know, Abiil's family is, to check up on him, but they failed. They failed to find it, but they succeeded in discovering Bartuk, and Azajax, who, last we left off, have been commissioned by Abiil to go take over the gate, which, last we left off, the gate was a big mess. A big old frickin' mess. I think we should just pick up with that encounter. Now, just to pause here, Azajax knows Abiil. He knows the animal trouble.
Oh my god, that's right.
I don't think really knows either of them.
I'm not going to fact check that, but I assume it's correct.
Wait. Did Bartuk end up in the dungeon?
Yeah.
He did,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, he would have at least met Abiil in passing, right?
He would have seen him.
Seen him during the fight. Yeah.
Yeah, he I don't think they really got to meet each other.
No, for sure.
I know this man at a surface level.
So I'm gonna set the scene for us, and we're gonna do some improv. We find ourselves in some ruins outside of the city of the gate. What they once were, long ago, who knows? But now they are just pillars and walls and towers sticking out of the sand dunes themselves as the sand blows by them, whistling through the old windows and crevices and cracks of these walls. We see a blue man and a man with gold spirals.
Oh, yeah.
A shadowless man with gold spirals on his dark skin approach these ruins to camp out for the night as they attempt to find the village of A, unknowing that there are two other people and some chasses already staying here at camp. So let's jump in with Trouble and Abiil, and then we'll have the other two just pop in eventually.
I feel terrible. I don't remember where these gold spirals came from.
From Mirjik.
It must have been at the finale?
Yeah, just one of his rando things he did.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I think this will be a good spot to stay for the night, Trouble. We can get out of the wind a little bit, and maybe that if those walls hold up.
Maybe it's just because I was in the jungle for such a long time, I forgot how cold the desert, like you think of the desert, and it's just like the sand and the sun and like, oh my gosh, it's so hot. I forgot how bone-chilling cold it gets. Oh my goodness. Not prepared for this. I should have packed more and better and more efficiently.
Well, you also
all kinds of packing. Yeah.
You need to remember, Trouble, that you are no longer as furry as you used to be when you were last in the desert.
Couldn't be more valid. Yep.
So no, last night when we just kind of tented out in the sand, it was cold.
Bad times all around. I think that's part of the reason I'm also talking so much is because it like keeps my body from not metastasizing and dying. Because that's what it feels like. If I'm not talking, I am just going to become ice and perish.
The sun has set. You know, it is evening already. So we should probably hurry up then.
How do people, and by people I guess I mean humans and other races on the Palladium, deal with this? You guys don't even have fur. This is a nightmare.
Trouble. And I think Abiil puts his hand on his shoulder. We talked about this.
What do you mean?
The terrible crime done against your people, about the fumbles and the killing of them. That's how we deal with it. Is we murdered your people.
Wow. Okay.
And Abiil just breathes and he's like, oh yes, that's that desert depression. Yes. It feels good. It feels good. I haven't been this sad about life in a long time.
You're sad?
Yes. Just something about wandering through the sand just reminds me about how it's all useless and there's no meaning. It feels good to be back to that.
Oh boy. Okay. I guess I was gonna say I thought we were over that, but now I'm thinking about, my whole past trauma, from my species, so I guess I can't really judge.
I'm sorry. Trouble, you're right. We've both grown past this. We're new people. I'm sure that talking about death and people who have died or maybe come back from the dead is not going to be a theme of what we're about to encounter here at this ruin. So come on, let's go. Let's go find a place to stay.
That is the wildest thing you have ever said. But yeah, let's go.
I'm not going to fact check that, but I assume it's correct. They hear.
What was that?
I'm so glad you heard that. I thought I was going like desert crazy, if that's a thing.
Yeah, desert sickness is a thing, but it's not hearing voices. That's just the wailing in the winds is when you hear the voices. That's a different thing.
Oh, okay. That was the wailing in the... Well, now I feel bad, because like when you mentioned the wailing in the winds before, I think, okay, let's be real, all of the group pretty much assumed you were like making something up. Point to you, I guess. Sorry about that.
Well, to be fair though, that also, it usually doesn't sound like that clear. Like usually it doesn't actually sound like, oh my gosh, that was another person talking.
Okay, I'm gonna try to talk back to it. Oh, wailing of the winds. What needs to be fact-checked?
No friends!
What?
What? Oh, what? Okay, this is new.
There's a commotion.
Oh, hold on. Let me get my stuff. Hold on. Hold on. We got people. They can be customers. Hold on.
And then they see emerging from behind the wall, Azajax jumps out and he goes, well, hello, travelers. Well, you have stumbled upon the perfect ruins, because not only will this be a comfortable place for you to spend the evening out here in the cold sands, but I've also got all the wares that you could weather right now.
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. And Azajax gets closer and he's like, I feel like I've met you before, but I think I would have remembered someone with such beautiful, glistening, golden skin, or that was blue, but yet somehow I feel like I know you two. I'm sorry, have we met before?
Yeah, the temptation to make like a whole bit out of this is pretty strong, but it's also very late and I'm cold. Yeah, I used to be a fumble. I was with the group, like the big group.
I'm sorry, there are a lot of groups. You can't just claim the group and think you're special like that. You are special. I'm glad you're here, but
we were in Murgic's dungeon, and then you fought that one guy, and it was a whole big thing, and then Rainer punched you, I think, in the face.
Yeah, I'm Abiil. I know I'm very forgettable. But I did not have this complexion last time, so I'll give you that benefit of the doubt. But yeah, last time we saw you, you had murdered, I think, your partner.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah, us guys.
Okay, well, it sounds like a lot has changed for the three of us, respectively. My offer still stands. I still have things to sell to you, if you want to buy.
Yeah, totally.
Come on, just come on back here.
Sure.
He leads you inside one of the ruined buildings where he has brought his cart in, because one of the walls has fallen down. And inside you see, what form is Bartuk taking? Is he in sand form? Is he in the other body?
No, he's in sand form right now because he was using his Bartuk voice, so...
Mm-hmm. Ooh, okay.
So I think he's probably going to take a humanoid shape, try and be as corporeal as possible. Actually, no, I think
picturing Sandman from Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, I think in a terrifying misjudgment, I think he like goes to like run and hug Abiil as they enter, and so they see a sand creature running towards them that then impacts with their body and like just explodes into sand particles. Very like Snape in Order of the Phoenix-esque.
Yeah. I think it was like, it's a wraith. It's one of the sand wraiths. It escaped the dungeon. Is here to kill us.
And then there's some shifting, and then like a figure who was kind of slumped against the wall stands up and goes, "Oh, sorry, I still getting used to that."
What did we do last time? We told the jokes or something, right? It was
like something to do with
comedy.
Boy. That was the sad boy. I don't remember. Princess Wanda, I can't remember.
What's the best kind of snack to eat in the desert? A sandwich. Ha! Did that do it?
No, it's me, Abiil.
No, I'm Abiil.
Sorry?
Abiil, it's me. It's Bartuk.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Bartuk. I don't think we ever, I remember hearing about you. You died.
Oh, I'm flattered. The stories of my death have been greatly exaggerated. Yeah, like a lot happened.
Huh.
Okay, so, wait, no, hold on. We need to back up a little bit. Because I remember seeing you. You were, made of glass. And you didn't look like this. But now You look like this and...
That was really cool. Can I say that?
Oh.
Like, I know that might be insensitive, but that was really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, it was...
Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah, one of my finer moments, if I do say so myself, didn't quite end in an ideal situation, but I mean, hey, we're all here. So speaking of all of us, who is this strapping cerulean gentleman?
Oh, this is Trouble. He was a fumble, but now he's a man.
I'm like 60% sure we met while I was a fumble, but I'm going to be honest. My memory is having some issues. I'm going to blame it on the cold desert nights.
It was a while ago, you know.
I'm just going to, well, I'm meeting you as a human for the first time, so I'm just going to pretend this is a first meeting, so it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm meeting you as a... I haven't nailed that down yet, but I mean, we're all...
Fair. Absolutely fair, yeah.
We're all
Did
metamorphizing.
we summon a Azajax while we were on the hand of Ghatan?
Yes.
And Azajax says, oh, hey, yeah, actually, speaking of the group that you are a part of, what was going on? Last I saw you guys, you were being held by a big, giant man. Oh. And you needed runes? Which I was happy to sell, but...
I mean, well... So you know how we were, like, going into the dungeon to hunt down Mirjik?
Oh, yes, I recall that.
We found him. Then we kind of lost a fight, sort of.
Oh, yes, I saw that. I saw him
then
leave.
Then we got teleported across the world, and then he actually came looking for us, and we fought him again, but we fought him with a big guy.
Oh, then Trouble.
Yeah,
I think
I'm summarizing. I'm getting better at it.
You're doing great.
Okay, yeah, no, go for it.
I can do even better. And then we told each other everything that had happened. Does that work?
Okay, but you said that in Abiil's voice.
Yeah,
you're right. Dang it.
Abiil, some time has passed. I don't think you can just say that unless you've...
Sorry, I've just been dabbling in riderism, and I thought I could just say that and it would work. And then they told each other what happened.
Okay, there you go.
That was a good bit.
Yo. Abiil, I think you've been hanging out with Leroy a little too much. The fourth wall is kind of a weird sect of writerism.
I mean, there is no fourth wall in this room. We just established it isn't there, so it is broken. The fourth wall is broken in this room.
Oh boy.
Okay, so wow.
Is this some writer joke that I don't understand, or...
So you just told us everything about your big fight with Mirjik, and we told you everything about how he's not dead anymore.
Yeah, that was crazy to hear about, yeah.
Now, here's the question. Do you think they would have told them about their need to take over the city, or do you think they left that part out?
Would they have any reason to hide it?
I don't know. Maybe we'll bring it up right now. Maybe this is how they bring it up. Maybe they hadn't mentioned it yet. And so he's like, so how did you convince Abu Alab to give you a new body? Like, I don't think he will just give that away like that.
I was also wondering that. Yeah, did you defeat him in a duel or something?
No, it's a loner.
Did you kill him?
No, it's a rental. Yeah, so we're actually on a job right now, kind of. Wait, hold on. So you guys defeated Mirjik, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we did, yes.
Yeah, I was supposed to become the new one. That didn't pan out. Some stuff happened. Plan B kind of kicked into effect, but then that also kind of got weird. Long story short, Mirjik is in a rock.
Neat.
Oh yes, we are supposed to bring that
like a small one
at some point. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not.
It's not dangerous. It's fine. He's just in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're doing that later, though. That's not a now thing.
But what you're saying is that Mirjik is no longer like in power. Like, let's just say if we're gonna make a crazy example, let's say if Mirjik like maybe took over like the gate and a lot of weird stuff was happening, he wouldn't be around to enforce any of that.
No, he's. I mean, we just came from the gate. It's still weird. Like, it's still really weird there. But there's not any new weird things happening.
Not actively getting weirder. We've hit kind of a weird plateau.
So now that Mirjik's gone, what's the keeper doing? Is she like reinstating rules? Has she got some guards walking around? No, she's gone. She got taken away in the snow globe.
What is snow?
It's like sand, but always cold.
Huh.
Dude, snow is crazy. I just learned about it like a little bit ago. It's so cool. Yeah. You can, like, it gets on stuff, and then you can climb that stuff, and then you can see even more snow. It's a whole thing. I'll tell you all about it later, yeah.
But yeah, basically no one is in charge right now of the gate. It's just absolute chaos right now.
I think he
If someone
turns
with
to-
a military force showed up, they could just take it.
It's almost like it's just waiting for someone to take it over.
He turns to his Ajax and goes, "Hey, look at that."
Now, Bartuk, I need to have Can we just have gentlemen? Can you give us just a moment? Can we just have we're just gonna have an aside here. And he
Oh, yeah, sure.
He pulls Bartuk aside. He's like, now hold on. I see what you're saying. You're seeing that the thing that we need to get is ripe for the taking. But can I offer a counter? Because they've just explained that they are capable of eliminating the power of a spirit. I'm wondering
Oh, jeez.
if we could take a different route and get their help just taking out big ol' Clapperclaw, big ol' Pincer Man. And then we don't have to take over any cities either. Now, I'm not saying that's an easier task than take over a whole city, but we don't have to submit your whole family to the rule of Abu Alab. So there's that. Though actually, I don't know. Maybe they lost their thumbs too. I don't know.
Maybe I was
thumbs
listening to a
thing.
different conversation. What part about that communicated that they can get rid of a spirit?
They put Murgic in a rock.
Yes. Okay. And he turns back to Abiil and Trouble. Do you have any more rocks?
What is this little ruin area made out of? Like actual stone?
Yeah.
Okay, Trouble's climbed it. He got bored.
Yeah, he turns around and sees Abiil and goes, "Hey, okay. Do you have any more spirit trapping rocks?"
Oh, no, you see, the thing that did that, it was actually, I think what happened was, hold on, let me play it back. We showed up to the city.
Wasn't really the rock that did it. The rock was kind of just a placeholder.
It was a sequence of events. We hit him with a big pink broom. We then lost. And then Leroy...
There was a sword. I learned a song called Freebird. That was pretty cool.
Quiz died.
Quiz
And then
died, yeah.
what?
We went into the source of all magic.
We did. We went into the source of all magic.
Rainer disappeared for a while. And then he played a song. And then he had to replay the song?
Trouble has dropped down to the ground to continue this conversation. Yeah. So yeah, basically, it was a lot of other things in conjunction with the spirit trapping rock.
So not so much the rock, it was more Rainer.
It wasn't really the rock, yeah. Like,
And he's not here.
And you guys can play the song.
No.
okay, when I said I learned it, I mean like I learned it in the way that like you learn a catchy tune that you heard at the like a gate party or something. Right. I didn't mean I know how to play it on an instrument. I do not know how to play instruments. I've had human hands for a relatively short time, so that's kind of a no-go.
I can sing. That is my musical ability. But I could not... It is not a singing song.
Okay, good. Bartuk, come back over here. We need another side. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go back to your plan then. Back to your plan. We're gonna do yours again because my plan didn't work out. They're useless. The rock is nothing.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Back to plan A, which
Hold
is now
on,
plan
what
C.
Wait, we didn't letter them before.
Take over the
What's
city.
the plan?
We're taking over the city. We're taking over the city.
We're taking over the city again.
That's a lot. Well, hold on. Do we want them? Do you want their help? Do you want their help taking over the city?
Are we supposed to be hiding this?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure a lot of people are gonna be thrilled about that. About us taking over the city and giving it to Abu Alab.
Well, I mean, taking over the city and giving it to Abu Alab. I mean, I feel like they're our friends, right? He's talking very loudly.
Meanwhile, what do you think they keep talking about taking over the city of the gate? Like, why do you think they want to do that?
Well, I mean, we were talking about how, like, how did you convince Abu Alab? And now they're saying, like, we're going to take over the city for Abu Alab.
Actually, you know what? I'll just go
okay.
ask.
So while Bartuk and his Ajax have their aside, Abiil just like walks up and like joins their huddle and is like,
So you're trying to take over the gate?
Yeah, we're trying to
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, we could hear like all of that. It's a small ruin, and I have big ears, so.
Oh, good. Then we don't have to repeat ourselves.
Is that like what you have to? That was your payment for Abu Alab?
Oh, yeah,
Was the
100%.
entire city?
Yes.
Oh, I feel like you should have gotten a better deal. Like, aren't you like the deal guys? Isn't it like your thing is making good deals?
I didn't...
I mean, they did survive, and they did get a guy back from the dead. That's pretty good,
Yeah,
right?
I didn't have a ton...
Yeah, but like one guy is not the city. I'm just saying it's
Okay, hurtful.
a bit more.
Yeah, it's a little...
No, I'm just saying like there's multiple guys in the city, so there's it's just the math. I'm a math guy, and this was a bad deal.
He is a math guy, yeah.
We didn't really have much to wager against the giant scorpion god of the desert. It was kind of a you do what I say situation, and I was really in no position to argue.
Yeah, I offered him urine, and he didn't want it. They didn't take the urine.
Why did you do that?
Because they wanted blood, and I don't have that much of that. And he didn't have any blood at the time. He was just sand, so...
Not at all. Still don't.
Actually, that's
boy.
true. He doesn't. It's just sand moving through his body as
I
blood.
still think that's kind of cool, yeah.
Oh, it's cool's a word you could use. His body is cool to the touch. If it's nighttime out, because you're cold-blooded. You are heated up by the sun.
No blood.
So, okay, can I... Here's my question. Like, as far as Abu Lab taking over a city, what would that look like? Because, seems to me, there's been a lot of, like, forcible, violent takeovers of the city that, like, weirdly don't result in any actual people dying, which is nice. I'm on board with that. That's great. I love that. Is this going to be one of those, or is this going to be like, oh, people are actually dying, that's no bueno? You know what I mean?
I'm sure he's going to be super chill. He's definitely hasn't given me eats human vibes.
Well, I mean, that's what we thought about Murgic, and then he just gave everybody salmon or whatever.
Really? I was getting crazy eating people vibes. Were you not getting that?
Yes, he does give eating human vibes.
He's very friendly.
So then why did you say... No, hold on, just now. Why did you say that to me if that's not...
No, I'm trying to convince them that they should want to do the thing we want.
Well, why don't we just ask him? Hey, guys, do you want to help us take over the city for Abu Alab and his terrifying army of giant scorpions?
Not really, no. No.
I'm going to have Abiil do a lore roll about what he remembers about Abu Alab trying to take over the city. He's very good at that. He succeeded with 3 advantages.
So he's like, hey, I'm going to tell you something right now. There was a time when the gate was taken over by Abu Alab. It's quite a while, actually, a long time. And it was not good. It was just Azamites that lived there. There was no people because they were all either trapped in fear forever, or they would just get eaten, or it was not a fun place to be. And again, the gate has got its problems, right? It's got its problems. But basically, everyone had to flee to live in the Shadow Gate, or not in the city at all. Otherwise, they would be dead. And so it is not fun for them to take over. That's why, like, the Fallen District is fallen because he did that. So let's just say he's not a nice guy when he takes over the city. So,
Abiil, you're not gonna want to hear this, but I really want to say it. Everybody living either in fear or getting eaten is not that crazy different from where the fumbles are at now.
No, I'm with you.
I feel bad for saying it.
Okay, here's what I will say. I don't like that, what it was. I also don't like where it's at right now. I mean, it's not great right now. Presently. Somebody should do something about that, for sure. I mean, not me. I'm just a guy, but somebody.
Could you imagine you in like a city leadership position? That'd be crazy, yeah.
That'd be crazy. Or it'd be like you being in the gate or something, like in the arch. That'd be crazy.
I feel like I'm missing a joke here.
I'd probably try to climb up the outside before I did any research on the inside. Yeah,
That's great. You would totally. Oh, I'm definitely missing a joke.
That would do
Crazy?
that, yeah.
I was crazy
They're
once.
making
They
a
put
joke
me in
that
a room
we're not
room
into
with
this
rats. The rats made me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once.
Oh no, Bartuk, are you okay?
I'm sorry, I got distracted. There's a whole lot of talking that has nothing to do with taking over the city, and we're not really in a position to deny the will of a malevolent god deity.
Yeah, we don't have a choice.
Yeah.
And actually, Bartuk, I hate to do this, but here's the situation. They're either on our side, or they are not on our side.
Well, I don't think that ultimatum has to be drawn. I mean, they're just going to the village of A, right? So...
Yeah, we're actually going to an unrelated thing.
Yeah, so if you guys don't really... Like, if you're not down to help us, I mean, you don't have to stop us, right?
Oh boy, morality is
inaction is a form of action, and so if we just let you do it, then we have friends there too. Actually, quite a few friends there. And then if you do that, then we'll come back from the village of A to what? To something worse. So I'm probably going to say, I don't want you to do this.
That does make it more difficult.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one. Okay, how about this? What if I sell you on it?
Eh?
I got some stuff. I got a whole caravan right here. It's a cart. It's a good cart. It's a good cart of goods. Let me sell you on it. Now here's what we need to figure out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do something.
How good of a salesman is Honest as Ajax?
Honest as Ajax has 1 TP.
He does?
His triumph
Incredible.
play, which we've not used, is called Shirt Off Your Back.
Okay.
Right.
And
Okay.
here's what I've written down. This was written down years ago, folks. It is, can convince anyone to sell anything, even if it is clearly a bad deal. I think this applies. He is going to try to sell Trouble and Abiil on helping them take over the city of the gate with his wily charms.
In the terminology of that move, he is convincing us to sell away the gate itself, I guess?
Yes.
Okay.
So now it's your fault.
Okay.
Yeah, I did this to myself. I'm playing against myself right now. So I'm going to make this a difficulty. It would be normally 4, but I think this move reduces the difficulty of something. I think that's like game stat what it does. But I will keep a red in there. So 2 purple, a red, 2 yellow, 2 green. Is Bartuk helping and I can get a boost?
Based on the interaction so far, I doubt anything that he would do to try and help would actually be helpful.
But do you think I get a boost though?
Okay. I need you to be honest with me, Nathan.
Honest as Ajax.
Yes. Do you think that anything Bartuk can do right now...
Bartuk is a fellow merchant.
No, I understand that, but, based on his personality and based on what he's said so far, do you think that anything that he could do to try and help would actually cause these two to change their minds any more than what his Ajax is doing?
Probably not now.
We could come at this backwards and do the sales pitch, and then if we stumble upon something genius, we could say, hey, that was the boost. Bartuk came up with something incredible, you know?
Well, I've already rolled.
Oh, okay.
And it is a failure.
Oh.
That's it?
But
That's a bit anticlimactic.
3 advantages. So, again, triumphant moves can fail. Right? They're moves.
Yeah.
They're just big S. So I think what happens is, as Ajax, they're hunkered down, they set up camp, and he gives an elaborate, rousing persuasion. I mean, he basically makes a I'm going to say this. He has a magic item that lets him do PowerPoints. It's just a little projector that he projects on the wall. We're not dealing with runes anymore.
Goodness.
I can do fun magic stuff now. So he's got a projector, and he's got a little laser pointer, and he's
persuading them, giving
to the different points of his argument. Yeah,
he pulls up history arguments like, actually this is returning the city to where it really belonged. He's giving up financial arguments like, it's currently in disarray, this will boost its economy.
And every time Bartuk steps up to like take a slide, he just kind of awkwardly stands there with like pyramid hands and just verbatim reads exactly what's on the slide in like a monotone voice.
Yeah. Azajax has fun animations in the presentation.
Love that.
Interactive components with the audience. I mean, it is a compelling pitch. However,
there's like those classic word art styles. Yeah.
It's great. And it ends with a big thank you, fellow travelers.
Ooh, that's good.
That's a final picture, final slide.
And like, there's a whole part of the city that has been segmented off into a snow globe. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm. So he's like, so like, that segment's
that's another
already
point
gone.
In favor of the current city not being great right now.
Yeah, the whole segment is gone. He highlights that there's actually a whole bunch of people in the city that worship Abiul, and so they're gonna love him coming back. And so like he's got, I mean, it's convincing, it's powerful,
right,
but not convincing enough.
But
what maybe, so there's 3 advantages though. So he does convince them of something, not of taking over the city,
right,
or at least not taking over the city for Abiul.
Yes. Okay, so is it, this is 3, so it's something big. Is it something where he convinces Trouble and Abiil to help them? Like, hey, we are going to help you guys with your problem, but we're not going to take over the city. But we will find another solution. We'll call up Rainer, we'll try the rock thing, or hey, you know what? Let's just get a freaking army and take out Abiul, or whatever.
Interesting. Okay.
Bartuk,
okay.
Like during the end of the PowerPoint, he's like, and if you guys have access to the big guy that could help us also, that would be really cool.
Wait, which big guy?
There's the one that you were on his hand.
Oh.
Can we can we get a hold of him again? Is that a thing we can do? I don't even know where we're...
Wait, hold on.
I don't even know, man. We would have to get a hold of maybe Grorg. He might know.
I think he went back to his mountain.
Oh, boy.
But didn't he get freed? Wasn't that for helping us? I wasn't paying attention, honestly. I'm going to be real. I was honestly
he was
more
like
concerned.
Stomping away into the ocean, if I remember right.
What if we got the big guy?
He could be anywhere on Palladium right now. We actually don't know where he is.
What if he just beat up... But what if he just beat up Abiul?
I mean, that'd be amazing, right?
That'd be way cooler than anything else we could ever come up with.
If we come up with any other plan now, it's going to feel like such a letdown.
That's going to be so boring. So stupid.
If somebody was overhearing this conversation in an audio format and they were like prepared to listen to an adventure, I think any deviation from this plan might be a disappointment.
Yeah, so far, if they were listening, there's been 0 adventure. There's been 40 minutes of us talking about stuff in the ruined room.
No, wait a minute. Azajax, when we first got here, you were like, hey, do you guys want to buy anything, right?
I did, yes.
Do you have anything that can, do you have any, like, long-distance ways of talking to people? Like, we used to have a sock that was super good for that.
Yes.
We don't have that. But, like,
That
do you
was
have
from
other
me.
stuff like that?
I sold that to you guys.
Yeah, but do you have other stuff like that?
Well, I do have... And I was hoping to sell these and use them for something else.
Uh-huh.
But I do have something called telepellets that allow you to teleport yourself anywhere. One-time use. Very limited supply.
Okay. Abiil.
Yes.
I need you to figure out this logic problem for me.
No, I got you.
We have telepellets,
Yes.
which can teleport someone anywhere
Yes.
to a specific place.
Yes.
We know we need to get a hold of Genus Pentus, but
Yes.
we don't know where he is. There is a variable that's missing here. There's some way to connect these things to make it happen. There's got to be something.
We could
we could send someone to Rainer, I guess. Is that anything?
No, I think he's done. I think he's
Yeah,
done
he doesn't
doing this
have,
stuff.
like... I don't think he would have anything in particular.
I like how the three of us are like we are the characters in the story trying to problem solve this situation.
100%.
We're really trying to
yeah.
shoehorn this in.
Yeah, it's gotta be. Yeah.
Now, I want to throw this past you guys.
Yeah.
A resource we do have is time. We were given 6 months before we even needed to attempt taking over the city. If we need to get on a boat and go somewhere
Oh.
to get this figured out, we can get on a boat. All right, we don't need to have this figured out tonight. In fact, I recommend we get some shut-eye.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. How much of that 6 months do you guys have left?
That's a great question. I don't want to answer that. Hold on. What's the phrase of the episode?
I'm not going to fact check that, but I think that's right.
It's been a month. It's been about a month.
Yeah, we've been in the desert for about
About maybe 1 or 2.
at least 2.
At least, maybe.
Well, I'd say like ballpark, like the amount of time that we've been in the desert is at least 2.
At least. Yeah. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less.
Then 2.
So we have some time still, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. I think I just had some kind of episode, but that's fine.
I get it.
So we're asleep?
I guess we'll go to sleep.
Okay, they all go to sleep.
Riveting. Fascinating stuff.
Good. The body before them just drops to the floor and like almost like possession style, a bunch of sand kind of erupts from its mouth and just kind of swirls in one spot and goes, I don't like sleeping in that. And actually, if I'm completely honest, I don't sleep. So I will be waiting until morning.
Oh man, I'm sorry. That sounds boring.
No, it's
I'm
good.
sorry.
I've gotten to catch up on learning math. My times tables.
Hey.
That's true. I always wake up in the morning and there's just numbers all over the sand.
Yeah, I'm getting better. So
Yeah, Abiil's really good at numbers, so yeah.
Timetables are a noble effort. I say them in my sleep to help me sleep.
I will fact check you on that.
You can actually.
Incredible.
You could check my work.
And so in the morning, they wake up surrounded by numbers drawn in the sand because Abiil was rattling. I mean, his timetables go very high. Like into triple digits. He could do times tables, I think.
And Trouble says, so these help you tell time, right? That was a joke, Abiil. That was a joke. You've been traveling with me long enough to know that was a joke.
I almost was like, oh my gosh, Jonathan is here because I have been woken up to pain. That is what I thought we just did. To me. My good companion.
Okay, boat time.
Hey, hold on. Yeah, speaking of which, are you two like a thing?
No.
Boy, you just had to ask that, didn't you? Yeah.
Are you two like a thing? Well, I will do that back.
Fair play. Fair question.
Yeah, it's a good question. Bartuk? Oh no.
He like sands into the body and the body stands up and goes, my situation right now is a direct result of
Okay, we're doing that one.
this lovely man's actions. So I think if there was some sort of a digital, like social media, if there was some sort of a world spanning way of communicating with people and there was a way to denote relationship status on that, that force, I would have to choose between single, married, together, and it's complicated. It would be the latter. Yeah.
And which one are you picking of those choices?
It would be the latter.
Okay. Was it the that I killed you part? Was it that one that led us to this?
Well, it certainly doesn't help.
Okay, I'll stop asking.
because I'm uncomfortable standing here in this room, and I've had uncomfortable conversations.
Oh, you don't have to be
Azajax,
uncomfortable.
You brought this up. Yeah, you brought up this topic, and now
No,
you're...
they brought
now
it
you
up
seem-
first. They did it first.
No, I'm saying Azajax brought it up.
We're
I know what I did.
all,
I know what I brought
we're
up.
all friends. Like nobody's hiding anything. We're open about
If
this.
we're going to be having, we need to know each other's deals. If we're going to be traveling to another country together,
we're going to be on a boat. It's going to come up. You know,
we set it
there's
up.
going to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, not the boat again.
The boat.
The boat.
The boat.
That's when it happened last time.
Yeah.
No, actually, it happened while we were on the hand.
Well, there was a couple of times. Anyway. Okay,
yeah.
so we're getting tea later, is what I'm hearing. We're going to swing by the gate, get some tea, get on the boat.
I mean, I guess if you want. I'm not really thirsty, but I don't know.
Okay.
And they go.
The four of them travel to the city of the gate. And by Azajax's request, they do not visit any of Bartuk's family because they would kill him. And they hop on a boat and they sail back to Rillian, I guess, to try to find Janus Pentus.
This expedition that Trouble and Abiil were originally on to find the city of A has taken a wild detour spanning entire separate continents, but
As we mentioned, they failed
this.
that roll, so I would constitute this as failing that roll. This all fits within that one dice roll. And 3 advantages, I think, is what they got. Or 2 or something, I don't remember. They're trying to re-find Janus Pentus, so I think they know what mountain he was on before. I don't think that would be an impossible task of them.
No. Do they pass through that fortress with the root from the Heart of Anima?
I love that fortress with the root from the Heart of Anima.
They can. I would assume they're coming up from a different direction.
Sure.
But they absolutely, if that's part of climbing up the mountain...
Maybe they just see
maybe
it.
that's just the route they know how to take. Yeah, they see it for sure. They see it.
Hey, what's that glowing thing over there? Anybody?
Oh, so, boy, where to begin with this one? So it turns out all magic, like in the world,
So you saw
comes from...
the big crystal. We saw that
Yeah.
when we got there.
Yeah.
Oh,
comes from
cool.
that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe we didn't talk about it when we were there.
We were so fascinated by the electric animal things that like carried people on cables.
The reconstruction efforts, yeah.
But yeah,
Which,
it turns
by the
out
way-
it's all from a big crystal, and that's connected to trees.
I just gotta say, I am very impressed by how quickly they are building Rillian back up. That's very nice.
Yeah. More power to them. They faced down a god at one point. They had an earthquake. There's like a bunch of stuff in there that happened.
I mean, they
and
cleaned
then
up. There was so much dice everywhere, and they really cleaned that up.
There were
really
dice
nicely.
falling all over the place. Yeah.
Oh, I've never been, so I just kind of thought that's how it was.
No, it was crazy. I think they pushed all of the dice into one big pile in the ocean, and now there's like a dice beach of just all the dice left behind.
Yeah, and if honestly, it was a relief for me to see him go. I feel like we've had our fill of dice rolling all the time. So
Yes.
And from the forest, they hear.
No, I'm not trying again. I'm not going to tell.
oh boy, do you guys want to kill a weird pig and get a social rank? You can.
That sounds just vague enough to be entertaining. Let's do it.
So hold on. We're not on the mountains yet. We're in the jungle.
Well, I just assumed that there were trees on the mountain. Like it comes out of the trees.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, boy.
they're going up it. Yeah, but they're not in
Yeah.
the snowy part yet. Okay, I'm going to say, for sake of what's interesting,
Yeah,
let's skip to the Janus Pentus part.
Let's do that.
Yeah,
please.
so they find Banus and they talk to him and he gets
They
them on their
found
way.
Banus?
the Banus. Oh,
Yeah,
that was
what-
the
okay.
Banus.
That's what I was getting
Oh,
to.
they
Yeah.
never... Okay, then I guess this is a scene worth... So we're going to time skip. Banus leads them up the mountain.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Okay, guys. So this is it. This is it. This is snow.
Wow. You're right. This is cold all the time, and it's like sand, but wet.
Yeah.
It's weird, right? It is so weird.
I don't like it.
I haven't made a judgment call on it yet, but I'm leaning towards liking it.
Hi, I'm Bennis.
Also, so glad we met. So glad we're friends now. This is great.
You're my friend? We're friends?
I don't know if I like properly apologized for biting you that one time. Or if you even remember that.
Why did you bite me?
Would you believe me if I said I don't remember?
Are we friends? Are you my friend?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's nice.
Bam. Plot thread wrapped up.
Bing, bang, boom.
Done.
He's my friend. Are you guys my friends?
And he points to Bartuk and his agent.
Oh, absolutely, we're friends.
Oh, nice. Why are you different?
That's a big question, big guy.
You like snow all the time.
Sure.
You're cold.
Oh. I don't have any blood.
What's that?
To quote the sage Sam Raimi, "You punch me, I bleed," is not a statement that I can make and be telling the truth.
Banus, have you ever like gotten a cut or something and like you look down and like something comes out and it's like, oh no, that hurts?
No.
According to the Road to El Dorado, that they don't.
Okay, cool.
Sometimes Dujas he takes a tree and then he makes me go up the tree and then I'm like, why am I up a tree?
And he then continues to babble for
And they go inside the cave, at the top of the mountain.
yeah.
We have to leave. This is...
Yeah, you just hear him going off in the background. It's like,
and then I'm like, what's this? And he's like, that's a bird, you Banus. And I go, oh, that's my name. Your name is Dujas. And he's like, oh, no, my name is Dujas.
Beautiful.
and so they walk into the glorious hall of Genus Pentis.
I really hope he's here. Be super awkward if he wasn't.
We have the power, Jimothy, to make that happen. We can choose to have him here.
Nathan chooses that. I am not traditionally
Don't
the person
roll
who
dice.
chooses where
Just
the spirits
say he's
are.
here.
It's not about whether he's here. It's about... I'm rolling something else.
Okay,
Ooh,
sure.
Okay. Interesting.
I think you arrive...
It's whether or not he's joined the light side or the dark side of the force.
Shush. You arrive and the pillars ascend into the ether and there's these giant skeletons above
Yes.
of giant sea monsters and dragons above you. Yes, they are Tannin skeletons.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was established already in season 3. So
Love it.
That is fun.
there's other Tannin skeletons in Song of the Hero 2. Anyway, Jake figured it out. As they walk through the Grand Hall, they see the glorious throne, and at the moment, there's no one there.
Oh, no new friends. Dang. Well,
Usually he's here.
you say usually you've been here like one time, right?
We've been here one time and we let him out.
And he was there, so that was...
That's fair.
But he'd been there for like a really long time and then we let him out.
So I guess maybe he wouldn't want to, like, be in here.
So why did we come here?
You hear the sound of, like, a large gong, like a giant gong, like something like resonating far away, nearby, and almost like some large, like an organ, like reverb of different notes and cacophony. And you realize it's clatter. It's things falling over, but it's big things. It's giant things. And so they have this huge reverb in this giant echoey chasmy space. And you see maybe like a side. It's hard to tell like if there's another room just because of like how the radiance of the throne works. It's hard to see if there's like other rooms or other pathways. But the sound is coming like it's coming from a different portion of this space. And they hear,
Who goes there?
Oh, hey, Maybe he is here. Hello, friend, new friend.
Do you remember me and Abiil? Maybe.
And you hear, as you're saying this, Ghatan Pentis emerges from
Somewhere.
and again, just the glory of this being as he shimmers out, pure light that seems to echo like all the different colors, and his 5 horns form a twisted crown upon his head that, rise up into the heavens. I'm just going to need everyone to make I'm going to have Bartuk and Azajax make a roll, just like everyone else did, to see how they respond to the glory that is Ghatan Pentis. I don't remember what the roll was last time. I think it was a Constitution roll.
That would make sense, yeah.
Which I'm just going to say Abiil fails because he rolls 1 dice. And the difficulties that has to be at least 4, I think.
So I feel like Bartuk would either be really good at Constitution or completely impossible at Constitution.
Yeah.
Being that he has no physical form.
Yeah. I'm going to say he's in a body, so he has some control over it. But I don't think he has a lot of, since he hasn't been in that body for a long time, that his manipulation of the body, I would say, isn't very good. So maybe just a 1 or a 2.
Yeah. What's the difficulty?
4. We'll make one of them red.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he fails.
For everybody, correct?
I'm going to say for Trouble and Abiil, they don't have to do it again.
Yeah, no way. He
Works
fails.
for me.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Yeah, so both Bartuk and Azajax just collapse, kneeling, prostrate, weeping at the sight. And I'm going to say that I'm not going to make them roll, but both Trouble and Abiil do fall kneeling. They're not weeping, so they have control of themselves. But there is like a compulsive, I have to bow.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh yeah, that'll happen. Yeah. First time.
It seems I have been graced with the presence of those who helped me fell the great music, and 2 others. You have caught me on a bad day, for you see I am in the middle of packing. I've been freed from my prison, and so I'm going to go on a trip.
Oh, no, that's great.
See the world, as it were.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. We weren't even 100% sure we were going to find you here, so no, it's great to hear.
What brings you back up to this prison?
Hey, AZ, you want to give this one a shot?
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh, literally. Oh my god. What? Why were we here?
Maybe that was a mistake. So
we came to ask him a favor. We're here to talk to him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
A favor.
So, would you want to fight Abiil and stop him from taking over the city of the gate in Tarif? Please.
Big steps for Trouble.
Big steps. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to roll, big dog.
I would love to. What should I roll?
You're persuading him.
Yeah. What's the difficulty?
It should be 5, but I'm gonna make it 4 today.
Alright. I only have 3.
Mm-hmm.
Can somebody else roll 1, please?
Do you want me to just have you make it be a red?
I guess. Sure.
No.
Timeline-wise, I know Trouble can't die, so...
No, we'll make it a purple.
Okay.
All right, I got you.
Y'all will be thrilled to know that Trouble has an excellent persuasion stat of 1 green. So, what was the extra dice, Jake?
It was a failure.
All right, good to know. So I'll just add that into my tally over here, and I have 3 failures with 1 disadvantage.
I think Ghatan Pentis, who has not sat in his throne yet, like he just kind of walked over, sits back in his throne, and just that position, like I think it does make Trouble start crying.
Yeah.
Like that is the disadvantage. Is he's like, oh, what have I done?
Has Trouble cried before?
I don't know. He is now.
Huh. My face is, think my face is falling apart, maybe. Am I dying? This is new. It doesn't hurt. Well, it hurts a little bit.
It's a great day for rain.
This is strange.
Mr. Honest or Bartuk, I think I'm going to need one of you guys to do the persuading because I'm not going to try. I'm not even going to pretend like I could do that.
You should have heard it from these guys. They were super good at talking about well, I guess they were asking the opposite now that I think about it. But now we're trying to
oh, here we go. Here's the moment. Yeah. I think Azajax still prostrate, but next to Bartuk. He's kind of wiping some of the tears from his eyes, and he looks at Bartuk. He's like, Bartuk, in order for us to do this, I'm gonna need us to work together as a team. A sales pitch together.
Just like old times.
Is that what the arc of this episode has been leading to this whole time?
To convince a god to fight another god.
Incredible.
I think there's a moment of
Beautiful.
silence, and then, again, just horrifically gruesome, sand floods out of this body's mouth as it collapses on the floor. And it takes a humanoid shape, and it, spreads its arms to the sides, Chris Lindahl style, and says, okay.
Also, when he was crying, was it just sand coming out of his eyes?
Yes, also, again, terrifying. Absolutely horrifying.
That's
really,
horrific.
really quite an image.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what they're going to do. I'm going to say they have a new move. It's not a TP move because I already used my TP and I don't have another one. But I think it's going to just be, they both have sales pitch, right?
Yeah.
And they're both going to do it combined together, sales pitch.
I love it.
If you have a better name that's cooler, let me know.
The art of the deal.
The art
The deal is pretty good.
of the deal. So here's what we can decide for the art of the deal. Does it boost up our stat by 1? So I have a 5 in charisma instead of a 4? Or does it just give us a double boost?
I like double boost.
Okay.
So then do we both roll?
No, I think just one of us rolls.
Okay.
I wish Abiil was somehow a part of this so it could be called the art of Abiil. But unfortunately.
You know what? It will now be because I think as he goes and stretches out his arms in sand, Abiil, he crawls up and he hands them a stack of papers that he had written. He's like, use this. I have written out a logical argument using mathematics that I think could be helpful.
Incredible.
Yeah, Bartuk tries to grab it to no avail, and he just points and says, Azajax?
And Azajax grabs it, and he quickly flips through it. And so here's what we're going to do.
It's the perfect combination of
I'm going to
charisma
roll
and
so
math.
many of my dice right now.
Okay.
It's going to be 3 green, 2 yellow,
Yep.
2 blue,
Love it.
but the difficulty will be 3 purple and a red.
Okay.
Okay.
That's almost all your dice.
That's almost all my dice.
Most of them.
Oh boy.
It's a lot of dice.
It's time for some math, kids. Folks, are you ready?
I don't think so.
We have 4 advantages
Okay.
and 2 successes.
Let's go!
We did it.
Incredible.
The
What
art
a
of the deal,
moment.
baby.
I think what happens here.
It's the art of Abiil.
The art of Abiil.
The art of the deal,
Pull out
baby.
the frickin' PowerPoint projector box and projects it across the hall. And it's the grandest, it's the largest projection it's ever done.
It's the most powerful point.
Yes. It is the PowerPoint. Yes.
I really want the beam of light to be going through the mouth of one of the skeletons
Yes.
to get to the wall.
They actually, for no reason, they asked him to grab one down, and they have it just projecting through it. Yeah, for no reason.
It's
And
incredible.
So they're using emotion, right? He tells them their story, their life sob story, how their the whole thing, the breakup, the death, the revenge, and so they got his heartstrings. But then they also tug on his, you're a free man now, and go and assert your dominance over the spirits again by taking out
on a new
this
continent.
pest. Yeah, just wipe out this threat that the writer, he doesn't like Abiul. Just get this dude out of here. Get in the good graces. And they're like, maybe you could spread, Canis Pentis worship to a whole new continent.
Incredible.
Get out of the orcs, like get some new people in there. I mean, he's just everything. It's all out there. It'd be fun. You'd have a fun time. That could be part of your travel itinerary, just like. And how is Bartuk assisting with his sand form? How does that help?
Instead of attempting to do the PowerPoint, which he's discovered he's not good at, he is instead going to provide visual aids by like constantly shifting into whatever shape is helping.
Oh my gosh!
Honest as Ajax.
The PowerPoint projects onto a wall of sand that he's then able to make it a 3-dimensional PowerPoint presentation as the colors project on him.
I like
and
that.
Move
Okay.
and shift and add more meaning and emotion to it as he replays the stories. The numbers that Abiil has are like, hey, here's the populations of these zones. Here's the space of the desert, so you could really go nuts on the fight without like worrying about harming the peoples in the region. You could bust out your whole squad. You could get the whole 5 back together. Just get a whole reunion going.
Incredible.
Or it could be a power move just solo. You could do it. You got options.
Trouble is flabbergasted. He's beyond impressed.
Nathan, sidebar. I don't know what your intention was for the end of this episode. This feels like a whole episode in itself.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So I think we end it with this scene, and whether that means we come back to it later, or if we just say, that sounds like a cool thing.
Incredible.
Or, I mean, realistically, if we never come back to it, even if we wanted to, that'll just be what it is. It's a cool thing until we get back to it,
Right. It's Schrodinger's episode.
Yes.
Oh,
so
boy.
I think let's tie up this conversation and then we'll end the episode. So after this rousing, God-convincing speech,
A TED Talk, if you will.
Canis Pentis is sitting in his throne, and after the whole thing, and Azajax says, so, what do you think? And Canis Pentis nods his head, and he goes,
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
yes, you will help us? Yes, friend?
Yes.
Yay!
all right. Yeah. Okay.
This is a good idea.
Good ideas, good friends.
It shall be nice to be able to get back to my roots of squashing other spirits.
Okay.
Boy, that is actually terrifying when you say it out loud. But yeah, huh?
And Abiul is one I have particularly not been fond of. You may not know this, but we were on the same side during the Spirit War.
Oh.
And so that means I couldn't squash him.
Oh.
And now, I can.
In the words of the walrus from Alice in Wonderland, the time has come.
Yeah, you probably want to be careful with the squashing, because I've heard he's got like claws and pinching.
I'm aware.
And way more eyes than you would think.
Sorry, I just remembered you have a gun.
A what?
Yeah, that.
and I think Azajax is like, oh, like this, and he pulls out his finger gun glove,
Oh,
which is just like a glove on his hand that shoots little pew pew
right.
things. He's like, oh, like this, and you just see you hear a bellowing laugh come from him. It's like,
No.
and he just whips it out of nowhere and just doffs it in front of them. He's like,
That's not a gun. This is a gun.
And he leads them outside of the mountain where Banus is still going.
And then after that, there was some leaves. No, there was a grass.
And Heinous Penance like grabs Banus and just kind of like tosses him just like into the jungle. And he scoops up the party and puts them on a different mountain. And he says,
I've been meaning to do this for a long time.
And he points the gun at the mountain, which had been his prison, and just lets it loose. And the entire mountain collapses, just falling down around it. And all that is left is the sound of the avalanche as it cascades downward. And the party is left standing, staring at the mountain leveling spirit that they have just allied themselves with.
Again. Or should I say a gun?
That's it. We've peaked.
That's it. Well, no, we've unpeaked. We unpeaked a mountain. So
Deep peaked. Yeah.
with that, friends, I think we're gonna end the episode there. I think
Holy crap.
we're gonna end that there.
I implore you guys, please ask us to do more because I want to see this battle.
I do too, but the problem from my perspective is that I'm going to have trouble be like, yeah, go get him.
Yeah, like
I'll be cheering.
yeah, I don't know how we would play that episode out. Like it would just be two spirits fighting each other.
Again, I am on board. It's just we'll have to get creative with how we can actually interact. Yeah.
So, I was about to say, here's the problem. I like how we ended Song of the Hero, right?
Yeah.
We put a bow on it. We're like, we'll come back to some epilogue things.
We
just
did.
like some fun extra bonus things.
No.
But we're not coming back, right? We have finished with these characters. We're focusing on Rage of the Sea. And we spent an hour and 20 minutes with these characters. And we're like, but can we please? I miss them.
Can we do more?
And I'll be honest, it's not even so much that I miss those characters. It's just since they're deeper into their character arc, they have just cooler stuff they can do.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
hey, let's go find Heinous Penance. Let's just find him.
Let's go get the
let's
gun
go
one.
find him.
Yeah.
Let's get the gun guy back.
The giant mountain leveling spirit who has a gun.
Yeah. So this is where we end our episode, patrons. Again, thank you so much for your support. We hope you enjoyed
This
that.
is where we end you would be a
This
wild
is
metal
where we
song.
end you.
Yeah.
I'm sure it exists.
Speaking of which, topic, they're coming out. So
Yeah. Check them out.
check them out. That episode is also out now. If I edit this fast enough, out now or tomorrow. When you listen to this, or
Nice.
5 months ago, I don't know. Time is weird in episodes. You know this. We know this. We all know this. It's been 5 years, people.
It's been at least 2.
At least. Two, man. But I'm not going to fact check that.
not gonna of
I'm not going to
course.
fact check that.
Oh
And I
my
think
God.
we've come full circle on all the jokes for the episode. So, bye, patrons.
Love you.
Bye, patrons. Good gracious.